Hey guys, I got a new video for you today, and we're going to be looking at a flashlight that I was sent over for review purposes. This is obviously from Fenix. Fenix sent this flashlight over so I can take a look at it. This is the PD35, the tactical edition. And there's actually something pretty special about this light, and that is, if you guys can see right here, it says Patriot. Fenix actually came out with a line of flashlights modeled after the PD35, and I believe another model also, where they Cerakoted the body in different looks, and one of them was the Patriot look, and I thought that looked really cool, so I was very happy when Fenix sent it over so I can check it out. So we'll go ahead and open up the box so you guys can see how it comes, and just take a look at all the different features. Just from the box right here, it does say Cree XPL LED. It is pocket size. For my preference, it's a little larger than I would normally carry it. I could still EDC carry it, but I prefer smaller flashlights. But again, pocket size, they said. It does have a tactical mode. It says for simplified and rapid operation, and it also has an outdoor mode for all-purpose illumination. And that's really cool because a lot of times you have flashlights that'll come with different modes. In the sense, you have like low, medium, high, turbo, things like that. But this one actually implements two modes in the sense of how the flashlight reacts to when you press the different buttons and stuff like that. In the back, it just gives you a little bit of information on the flashlights and the output and whatnot. But let's go ahead and take a look at it. And again, it is 1,000 lumens. So as you open up the box and slide out the light itself, there's a couple more paperwork in there, and that's pretty much it. So you do get a user manual, and I always recommend taking a look at the user manual because it does give you a lot of very useful information, especially in a flashlight like this that has different operation modes, so you can know how to switch between them and stuff like that. But I will put this right here so you guys can see the different outputs if you want to pause your screen. So there it is. Besides that, you get a warranty card, and you get a little information booklet here with some of the other lights that Fenix has to offer. All right, there it is. Besides that, you have a couple of accessories. You have this little bag here that has a lanyard, a couple bow rings, and it does have a spare tail cap switch. That's pretty cool that they include that. And they also include this little sheath. It's nice and thin, which is nice, not overly bulky. It has Velcro, and then you just slide the light in there. And then in the back, you just put your belt through there, and it does have a little spot on the top. If you want to attach a lanyard or a carabiner or something, you can do that. The only thing is, I wish this came with like a button snap or Velcro, so it'll be easier to put on and off on your belt. But you know, I like the fact that they do include it. Now, the one thing that is not included with the regular package, and as you purchase this light, is a battery. And that's something that I wish was included. I mean, most flashlight companies nowadays do include the battery, but I believe when you go through the site, you can actually add it on there because you do have a couple different options. I don't know if you guys saw in the manual here. On the side, it does give you battery specifications as far as what to use. You can use an 18650 or CR123s. You know, obviously they recommend using an 18650 for best performance and output and all that. But you have a little hang tag here, and it tells you tactical mode is the factory default. So obviously when you turn it on, it's going to turn on a tactical mode. But onto the light itself. Obviously, really awesome Cerakote work here on the flashlight. It has this kind of distressed American flag, red, white, and blue vibe to it. And I like the fact that they included this bronze colored clip. I think if they would have done a black clip, it would have kind of taken away from the overall look of this. But I do really like the distressed look. You know, nowadays most flashlights are black. So obviously, if you get something that's a little bit different, sets as a side, you know, to your flashlight. So obviously, this is aircraft grade aluminum, so it's nice and light, but it is very sturdy. You do have some knurling on the body right here, not overly aggressive, which is nice because I don't think with a light like this you need it to be too aggressive, especially if you're going to be putting it in and out of your pocket. Your tail cap switch right there, and then you have a little spot on either side to attach the lanyard. And nope, it won't tail stand because the tail cap switch actually protrudes a little bit past that. So again, you know, to each their own. What's really cool is you also have a side mode switch here, but it's actually almost hidden. You know, unless you look for it, you don't really know it's there. But there it is, and I like the fact that it doesn't protrude out too much, because that way you're not going to be accidentally hitting it or anything like that. But it's right there, very easy to get to. So again, they're calling this a pocket size flashlight. Unless you have cargo pants, I wouldn't consider this a pocket-sized flashlight. It's a handheld flashlight, which is obviously what I would probably be using it for. In my case, I would probably be carrying this in a bag or something like that, just to make it a lot easier to carry. Like I mentioned, I prefer smaller size flashlights, and flashlights that don't actually stick out too much from the pocket. As you guys can see, here's the pocket clip, so you do get about an inch of the top of the flashlight that sticks out from the pocket clip. So that's a little bit too much for my taste. So let me go ahead and put a battery in there so we can look at some of the different modes. Alright guys, so I was able to find a battery. This is actually a Fenix battery. It's a 5 volt, 3500 milliamp. This is the ARB L18, which is actually the battery that they recommend to use with this flashlight. So that was pretty good. So if you unscrew the back right here, and we'll go ahead and throw the battery in there and screw the back on. You do have an O-ring right there, which is great. It makes it more watertight, dust tight. And then let's see, yep, there we go. So again, you do have a tail cap switch and a side switch to switch through the different modes. As a little notice did mention, this does come in the tactical mode set from the factory. So basically, the tactical mode is if you you can actually lightly press the tail cap switch, and then you go through different modes. So you have your turbo, then you have strobe, and then you have low. So that is the tactical mode using the tail cap switch there. And that's momentary on. If you want constant on, you can go ahead and click that. Now, pressing the side switch will not do anything in the tactical mode. Basically, everything is done through the tail cap switch there. So again, you can press for the turbo, you can press again for strobe, and then press again for low. And you know, obviously in my case, I normally do not use strobe. I would probably use turbo and low would be the modes that I would use most often. So I would probably keep it in the tactical mode. It's just I would have to kind of, you know, switch through the turbo, then, you know, go through strobe and then to get to low. I like the fact that, you know, I'm not really having to worry about, you know, what is that side switch going to do or anything like that, because again, it's not really functional in the tactical mode. All right, now to switch from the tactical mode over to the outdoor mode, you have to turn the light on and then press the side switch for 3 seconds, and then you're going to see it blink on low. So there it is. Blinks a couple times, and now it is on the outdoor mode. So now in outdoor mode, you can go ahead and use the tail cap switch and as momentary on, and if you press it, it'll just come on turbo, which is nice because again, I think that's the output that the majority of people are going to be using it on. So you can click it on, click it off, or momentary on. And then if you turn it on and you use the side switch, now it'll scroll through the different modes. So it'll go from eco to low to medium to high to turbo. And then in any of the outputs, you can press and hold for 1 second, and then you'll get turbo. Not turbo, I'm sorry, you'll get strobe. And that's variable strobe, which is pretty nice. And then you can go ahead and turn it off using the tail cap switch there. Now, there is a memory in the outdoor mode, so whatever the last mode that you were using it on or the last output, it will come on. So in outdoor mode, it has that memory. In the tactical mode, it will always come on the turbo. So again, going through the different modes, you do have eco here, which is 8 lumens, and that's going to be good for 140 hours. Then you have low, which is 60 lumens, good for 29 hours and 15 minutes. Medium is going to be 200 lumens, which is good for 8 hours and 30 minutes. Then you have high, which is 500 lumens for 2 hours and 55 minutes. And then you have the turbo. There we go. Turbo, which is 1,000 lumens, which is good for 1 hour and 10 minutes. So, obviously, great output coming out of this this light. So I do like the versatility of this flashlight, the ability to be able to switch from the tactical mode to the outdoor mode depending on what you're going to be doing. So what I'll do now is I'll go ahead and take the light outside so you guys can see a couple beam shots in the dark and see how this performs. Alright guys, so we're outside now. This is my backyard. I just wanted to give you a quick look at the different outputs of the PD35 here. So the whole yard is about 60 feet in length, and right in the middle of the yard there we have a basketball hoop. It's probably about 30 feet away. So, just for a frame of reference. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on the flashlights. It is right now set on outdoor mode. The reason I have it on that mode is so I can actually cycle through the different light outputs so you guys can get a better feel for it. So right now this is the what they call eco, so it's the lowest output. So this is fine if you're looking for something right in front of you, but obviously as you guys can see, it does light up okay, but if you wanted more light to see further away or to see things at a distance, then you'd want to go at a higher output. So again, that's eco. I'll press the button now. So this is low. Again, it's doing a pretty good job about lighting up everything, especially right in front of you here. Then medium. The medium is doing a great job at lighting up the basketball hoop there, and it's getting to the back of the fence over there as well. But not if it were to be any further away, you want more light. So then we'll go to high. High is 500 lumens, and this is really good. 500 lumens is the base, I think, for what most people need out of an EDC flashlight. Anything more than that would be if you really wanted to light up either a long distance or a wide area. So I'll go over there to turbo, and that's 1,000 lumens. So obviously this is, you could see the house beyond the fence there. Shining it over here at my house. You can see everything really well. So this is perfect if you need to see something coming at you from a far distance, or if you just want a lot more light output. This is really good if you're inside of the house. You can actually shine the light up at the roof, and the light will bounce off the roof and it'll light up a whole room with the lights being out. So again, the PD35 is a great option for EDC purposes, especially because you have those capabilities of going through either tactical mode or outdoor mode, and then in outdoor mode you have the ability to cycle through the different light outputs. All right, so again, versatility is the key with this flashlight here, the PD35. Obviously, you're going to get the same features with whichever color combination you go with. I just really like the way that this Patriot Cerakote job looks on this flashlight. That the stress looks really nice, and then the bronze pocket clip, I just think it definitely sets it off really well. So, the best thing about it is the ability to be able to switch between the two modes. So if you use this flashlight, let's say for work, and the tactical mode suits you better, but then for your personal life, the outdoor mode suits you better, then you can, on the go, you can switch from one mode to the other very easily. Just turn on the light, keep that side switch pressed for 3 seconds, and then you'll see the light and low, and then now it's in the tactical mode. So again, now you don't have to worry about the side switch. You can do everything with the tail cap switch. But again, if you go back to having to use it in the outdoor mode, you can easily do that and have the ability to switch through all those different modes: eco, low, mid, high, and turbo, and then you still have access to the strobe option on there. So I think this is a very, very versatile flashlight. Again, I wish it came packaged already with the battery, but you do have a couple different battery options. I'll leave a link below to Fenix's website. That way, if you guys want to check it out, this particular color combination or any of the other color combinations that the PD35 comes in, you can go ahead and do that. And I think for the most part, it's a great EDC option. Again, I will probably be carrying it in my EDC bag just because of its size. But you know, if you're comfortable carrying a flashlight of this size, then I think it'll be really nice tucked in a pocket and ready to go. So there it is. That is a quick look at the Patriot Edition PD35 flashlight from Fenix. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Thanks.